So you're probably wondering, what do I need 1 billion gold and elixir for? Well, in Clash of Clans, most people don't find it difficult to upgrade most buildings, but the walls, that's a different story. In my base, for example, one of these walls costs 5 million, and I have 325 of them. This is 1.6 billion I need in loot. So my aim for the end of this video is to have enough money to upgrade all my walls from level 16 to 17. So how are we going to get all of this loot? Well, we need to automate my attacks so that the bot can do it for me. Now, my normal attack strategy is pretty dumb. I drop all the lightning spells to destroy the air defenses, then I use Elixir dragons, and my heroes to destroy the rest of the base. It's not much of a strategy, but pretty easy to automate. So I think the first step is to make a bot that can drop all these troops and finish the game. And to do that, we use an emulator so I can run it on my laptop, but also add these keyboard triggers so I can play the game with only my keyboard. And to attack with my keyboard, I've set the top row to be my troops and the middle row to be random places around an enemy's base. Now we can create a script, who I've decided to call Buddy. And since we're using the keyboard, it's super easy to trigger these keys using code. Here's an example of what we did before, pressing 1, and then pressing any key in the middle row. And then I'll screenshot the attack button, the electro dragon, and the return home button. And if Buddy, my bot, is confident that it's seen any of these images, then it will know to attack, drop troops, and when to return home. With all of this code written, when Buddy sees the attack button, he'll start the game. When he sees the electro dragon, he'll place all the troops, and when he sees the return home button, he'll return home. But Buddy is not very efficient. Buddy decides to attack no matter what, and he's even decided to attack a base with only 80,000 gold. Buddy, what's going on? Alright, well, we definitely need to fix this money problem. And to do that, we use the Apple screenshot tool to figure out the coordinates of where money is. We can use code to screenshot this area of the screen, and then use an OCR module to convert this image to text, and then write some logic to see whether we should attack or not. And now, Buddy can now keep his eye on the money. So let's see this in action. So we've got this base here. He'll look at the money and it's less than 700k, so he's gonna skip, and he's attacking another base with only 80,000 gold. What are you doing, Buddy? I think Buddy might need glasses because sometimes he sees dollar signs instead of 5. Luckily, this is a pretty easy fix as you can use some code to replace the dollar signs with 5s. So hopefully there's no more 50k battles from here on out. Now the other thing I noticed is, of course, all of our dragons is being taken out by the air defenses. So the next thing is to write detection for air defenses and dropping lightning spells on those places. And to do that, we start a bunch of battles to screenshot all the different air defenses and write a bunch more code to figure out where these air defenses are and click on them a number of times depending on what level they are. So now when we attack bases, it will look for the air defenses and drop lightning spells on those specific places. But because Python is extremely slow, this can take up to 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, I know, Buddy, it's not your fault. Now with all of these changes, it only takes half an hour to fill all of our storages. With that, we can upgrade only 18 walls. So we're going to need about 800 million more in loot. Yeah, I didn't really know how to end that segment, but we're on to our last wall. Our last wall. And let's click upgrade, and boom! Look at all of it in its glory.